Hey guys, and welcome back to my WordPress tutorial series. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, but in this video I'm going to cover plugins, how to install plugins, update plugins, and search for them. So in your left hand side here, when you're in your admin, you've got a little plugins option here under appearance and above users. So I'm just going to click on that, and this will bring you to a page with a list of all your plugins. So as you can see here, each one of these plugins looks a little different. So what I'm going to do for the first one, this is called Advanced Custom Fields. Gives you a brief description of what the plugin does, what version it's on, who it's by. This will also have a link to whoever built the plugin, will have a link to their page, and also view details. So when you click on this, it'll come up with a pop-up of all the details of the plugin. So you can see description, full description of what it does, how to install it, screenshots of what it does, change log of what has been changed in each version, an FAQ, and a reviews little tab as well. I can just X out of that. Okay, also you can tell that it's slightly blue and it's got a little blue line. This means that this plugin is active and live. So this plugin is actually being used by your website and people are using the settings and what it actually has. So for this one, for example, Advanced Custom Fields, this plugin will give you the ability to add special custom fields and all that in the admin area. If I turn this one off, that means I won't be able to create any new custom fields or anything like that. If I've turned it on, as you can see here, it's turned on. This will give me the ability to update and change custom fields. The next one down here, as you can see, it looks a little different. There is no blue bar here on the left, and it's not in the same color blue. You can distinguish between the two. This also has different options underneath. As you can see, under the Advanced Custom Fields, it has no delete, whereas this one does have a delete. This is just because if it's turned on and you press delete, it will turn the functionality off for the site and delete all the files, but you might just want to deactivate it first just to make sure it doesn't affect your site in a bad way, and then press delete. So in here it has the same things as one above, so it's got a short description, what version number it is, who the author is, and the details. But what you can see differently here, it's got a little refresh button here, which is not actually clickable. But then it says there is a new version of this plugin available. This is the new one with the details. So if I click on that, it'll give me details of the new one, and it'll go straight to the changelog and tell me what's different about it. And then next to it, it'll have update now. So if you just click on that, just like that, it'll then take you to a new page and it will update your plugin for you. If your plugin was already active, I would suggest clicking activate plugin. If it wasn't, I'd say return to plugin page. And then as you can see, the little update thing is gone. So that's your basic plugins page. Next I'll show you how to add a new plugin. So what you want to do, up the top here, it's got add new plugin, but also on the left hand menu, it's got add new as well. So I'm just going to click on one of those. Now this is the WordPress plugin library. It's got featured plugins. I would recommend that you would install Jetpack and as default. This is just a really nice plugin to have. But like I said, it depends on what your website is. There's a few other plugins that I would suggest as well, which I will put in the description below. Just ones that are for security, makes your site quicker and all that sort of thing. They also have extra tabs like popular, which plugins are the most popular, either popular at the moment. Another one of the plugins that I suggest installing would be this WordPress SEO by Yoast. Like I said, I'll put them all in the description below. There's a few other ones, and going down, as you can see, they all do different things. The boxes all look very similar. They have title, description, who it's by, and a little image. Some of them have very basic images. Like if you look here on the right with the Infinite WP client, it's got a very default image, whereas the one next to it, WP Smush It, which is one of the plugins I would suggest installing, has its own icon. So some of them make different icons for their plugins, some of them don't. Scroll back up to the top. Next tab is recommended. These are different plugins that are recommended, that will be recommended for your site. So as you can see, again, it's got the WordPress SEO by Yoast, which is one I highly recommend you install, and Jetpack. So some of these here are ones that are recommended that you install, and it will also change depending on what you install. For example, if you install Contact Form 7 and then you go back to this recommended page, if there's any other plugins that work well with Contact Form 7, it will come up in this recommended tab. So it kind of has a look at what plugins you have and recommends other plugins that work well with those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the search function for it. So you might want a plugin that, for example, gives you an image slider. So for search, I'm going to type in image slider and press enter. This will then give me a list of all the different image slider plugins that are available. Now this will order your image slider, the plugins, by what is most relevant to what you are searching, not necessarily what is best for your what is the best plugin. But you can change that by, sorry, you can't change that. You can get a plugin. You can get a plugin. Sorry, that's one of my default plugins. But you can get a plugin where you can change what order they put them in. But that doesn't really matter. So what for each one here, as you can see, it all looks the same. Each one of them has a similar sort of structure in the box. But what you want to look for first is the star rating. So first off, you want to look at, okay, this one here has 4.5 stars based on five ratings. And you also want to look at the downloads. Like for example, this one here has 4.5 stars but 5,000 downloads. This one has 5 stars but 21,000 downloads. If you look at this next one here, this one has 4.5 stars but 15,000 downloads, which means that this one here, the WordPress vertical image slider plugin, has more downloads and is better rated, which is probably better, which is a better slider, but it's not, might not necessarily be the plugin that you're looking for. So from there, what you would do is go, okay, I like the look of this one, the WordPress vertical image slider, and the easy image slider, but you don't know much about what each one does. So what you want to do is go to more details. When you do that, it will come up with the more details button. Now each plugin will have a different description. This one here has different demos, it has a bunch of different features and all of that sort of thing. So it also have installation, how to install it, automatic installation, you won't really need to worry about it, but if you're doing it manually, you might want to follow these instructions. You also have changelog, what's been updated and how regularly it's been updated. So as you can see for this one, it's only been updated a few times, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. You got FAQ, which gives you some information, which could give you some information about the plugin, and your reviews. The reviews is a good one to have a look through. For example, this one here, this guy at the top, would not recommend this plugin as the free version of the Easy Image Slider plugin has no controls at all for sizing or anything else. Couldn't even change the border color. It's not in the CSS file. End up using the Meta Slider plugin. Their free version lets you set the size and select 4 different sliders with easy setting. So that you kind of look at that and go, okay, maybe that plugin's not a good idea. But then if you look on the right hand side here, that's the only 1-star rating they have. Everything else is 5-star. So you have a look through and you go, okay, that might be what I want. Let's have a look around still. So let's X out of that and go, all right, this vertical image slider, let's have a look at what that does. So go to more details, read through all the details and you go, all right, installation, okay, fairly easy, screenshots or demo. You have a look through and go, okay, that's not exactly what I want. I want more of a horizontal slider. So you might go, nope, that's not what I want, X out of that. So once you go through and pick your plugin, all you gotta do is then click install now. So I'm just gonna click on that, and it comes a pop-up saying, are you sure you want to install this plugin? I go, yep, I want to install. It'll then go through its little process thing again. As you can see here, it's going through all the different installation, and it's successfully installed the plugin. So what I want to do is I want to activate the plugin straight away. And then that's pretty much it. It's obviously automatically taking me to its own upgrade to pro area, but most of the time the plugins will just take you back to this plugin page. So as we can see here, easy slider widget, here it is here. This is what we just installed, and that's pretty much it of installing a plugin. You can also, if I want to turn it off, I just click the deactivate there, or I can click all of them and deactivate all of them, or I can update all of them or delete all of them. So there's a few different options there for you, but that's basically how you install a plugin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with any of my WordPress installations, and if there's any updates or anything that has changed, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with those. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.